So here they are there. So that's the exit there. Damn it. So I don't know how. Like, would they have a pier? Because there's a pier there, but that's a new pier. So presumably they got from there to there, and then across to there. The view. So that's it. It's like, it's literally the closest land point to the island. And we've got this here, which is just mental. So how did they get? There's no obvious path. But anyway, this was a building, so I'm standing on top of the cave, and this was a 3-storey building. So here there was another 2 stories that the government decided to knock it down, I think. There's an old wall there. So there's no obvious route down to the sea, but other than just a scrambling route. So it does look so inviting, that crossing, but the irony is the reason that ship can even be here is this space of water is called Mortimer's Deep, and it's a really, really deep patch of water. It's 800 metres or something. It's called Mortimer's Deep, and that's why they could build this gas refinery, and why huge tankers could come up the Forth all the way to just here, because underneath, allegedly, the water is very, very deep. So it's like the monks had to cross over the water, the deep water, to get to the monastery. I don't know. And apparently, well, you can't see it, but this is a golf course, and way, like a huge golf course. Apparently that was a market garden for supplying the monastery with food, which was here. And that's why they built the golf course there, because it was like cleared land. And that's a gunning placement to protect us from yon Germans, or whoever wanted to come up the Forth. So it's a weird place, isn't it? You've got 500-year-old stuff. I mean, God knows, that abbey, which you can't see, is like the new abbey. It was an abbey was when it was turned Catholic. Before that, it was called a priory. So it would have been a lot more low key. So I mean, that island must have been, I know, thousands of years, that island. So God knows what sort of religious, it looks like a sort of retreat religious island, so God knows what religious stuff went on there. But the abbey, which unfortunately you can't see, is like, I know, 500, 400, maybe 600 years old, but that's the new abbey. The old abbey was called a priory and was pre-Catholicism. And here we have, I can't believe you can't see it. We have the rail bridge, the Forth Road Bridge, and the other Forth Road Bridge. So, and Edinburgh is there. I can see the crags, Arthur's Seat, Scots Monument. There's a heron, not a heron, thingy. Wow, amazing. So that the sort of gap up there that's all the way to the Forth and to the North Sea, where the French nick our fish. Sorry. So it's a bizarre place, really bizarre. We've got the golf course, which used to be a market garden. We've got the oil refinery, which supplies God knows who with gas. We've got Mortimer's Deep with the ships, and we've got this ancient abbey. And I'm standing on the port where the monks would wait for the boat across to the abbey. Strange place. Anyway, I should have bought like a flask of tea or something. is gorse. Gorse is a Bach flower remedy for hopelessness and despair. The plant's signature is it grows on barren ground, and if you look inside the gorse bush, you'll always see that the ground inside is very barren. So that's the expression of the signature of the plant. So nature tries to make the best of every environment. So with that in mind, we have the gorse flowers, which symbolise hope in dark or desperate times. It's that sort of depression. It's a cloudy, dark dreariness. So that's where the plant grows, in barren ground. So it grows in the same environment that the emotion comes from, and that's nature's answer. A thorny environment, but really bright, uplifting flowers. I think flowers are one of my favourite things. So nature normally finds a way of sorting things out for itself, which is pretty good. That's an elderberry tree, I think, pretty sure. And that is it a rosehip? But yeah, around here there's always gorse, because the ground is sort of like a barren ground, like the emotional state, and nature does a good job of alleviating that with its yellow flowers. Yeah. So it's much brighter now. It's more like daylight as opposed to setting off before sunrise. But I can't get my head around the fact that people here have been here for hundreds of years, coming and going, and we're so tempered for the now. Not the now as in the spiritual now, but you know, what's the news today now. So, God knows. I heard it's because people back in the day realised that life was cyclical. So everything went in cycles. There'd be rises of empires and knowledge and falls, and you know, there were cycles within cycles, and your life was a cycle. Whereas now your life is like out of the blocks, got to get X, Y done. Did you do it? Well done. Didn't you do it? Oh, that's a shame. You know? But so there's this sort of constant runningness, desperation to get there in modern life. But in the olden days, they understood life as cycles within cycles. Some cycles lasting thousands of years or a day. And we humans, when we detached from those that are the earth in that way, we got this sort of linear 0 to 90 or 0 to 70. What have you done? And life just isn't like that. It's important to come back to the almost like the 0 point in the cycle, to renew and realise that every day life starts again. So it's a new moon pretty soon. No, it's been the new moon, so we're a new moon in Scorpio, so churning up lots of deep hidden recesses of the personality. So good time. The news just pales in comparison to real life. So you can stick your corona where the sun don't shine. Anyway, I'm starting to think about bacon rolls. Bacon rolls and cups of tea, and maybe a fried mushroom for me. So, life's strange. But you should never think that life is a race, as in a start, and a middle and an end. It's not. There's many births and deaths and rebirths within life itself. And most of nature knows that. And I don't know if we do. Anyway, I'm going to stop there.